broadcasting all over the world at urbanbroadcastmedia.com, delivering love and inspiration 24/7. This is UBM Praise.
Let's go.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
What's his name?
Sir Walter Jones.
Whose show is this?
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
Say it again.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who you with?
Sir Walter Jones.
One more again.
Sir Walter Jones.
The Sir Walter Jones Show. Co-host Alvin Carter. We are a Christian talk show in where we tackle all the hot topics in a believer's walk.
That's right.
Monday is Men's Night. The Men's Chronicles, a woman's guide to men.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
What's his name?
Sir Walter Jones.
Whose show is this?
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
Say it again.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who you with?
Sir Walter Jones.
One more again.
Sir Walter Jones.
I want to talk to you about our relationship. Well, when is a good time? It's never a good time. Don't hang up on me. Hi there, I'm Cherry Norris here with a fun, fail-proof A to your Q. And today's question comes from Dawn. And Dawn writes, "Hi Cherry, I've been seeing a man for 2 years. He has a problem with communication. He goes silent whenever we need to talk about our relationship. I left him about 5 times, but he always manages to sneak back into my life. I just ended the relationship again and begged him not to contact me. My question is it truly possible for a man to be that crippled with fear of talking, or is it something else?" Wonderful question, Dawn. I can appreciate your frustration when a man won't open up and talk. Here's what I suspect. Because he keeps coming back, it suggests there's something there between you that could be worth exploring. It's not unusual for men to run away from conversations that make them feel attacked or wrong. Or he could be shy. Or you could be overwhelming him. It could be you're scaring the shizzle out of him when you want to talk about your relationship. You have to make it safe. So here's what you do. First, you make an appointment when he's not busy or distracted and he's available to talk. And then when you get together, say something like, "I want to speak to you about a specific situation in your relationship. When is a good time?" Then, at your appointed time, caress him by giving him the right to be wrong and say something like, "John, you have every right not to want to talk about our relationship." Then express your feelings, let him know how uncomfortable you are not knowing where you're headed, and then address the situation by saying, "What's your plan?" Hopefully he'll tell you and you'll come to an agreement. If not, hopefully you'll have an answer for where he's coming from and if you can move forward or if you're not compatible. Got it? Good. In the comment section below, tell me, what do you do when a man goes silent and won't communicate? Thank you so much for watching, and if you're not subscribed to cherrynorris.com, come on over and get on the list. I give you extra goodies that aren't always on my videos. This is Cherry Norris with another fun, fail-proof tip to help you meet and marry your man. I'll see you next time.
Hello, everybody. Hello out there in radio land. This is Elder Walter Jones, affectionately known as Sir Walter, of the Sir Walter Jones Show. And this Monday, Men's Chronicles. Men's Chronicles. It is a women's guide to men, and it's a show that we talk about as men at the panel. Sometimes we have women that is women's, because I'm not gonna go there, y'all. I'm not gonna talk about the women's, but it's the time when we sit here and we talk and we open up. We're very transparent and we talk about things that's dealing with us, men. And a lot of women ask me a lot of questions. They go in my inbox. They go to Facebook and Twitter and all these other places and wonder why my man this and why he does that or he does not do this. And me being a man, I can say that I'm an expert at being a man. And all my woes and all my problems and craziness and idiosyncrasies and what have you, I am an expert at being crazy, being slothful and being lustful and being all the things a man used to be and a man still is. I'm the guy who returned to his vomit like everybody else. All right, so I can talk about those things. All right, so today's topic is how to get a man to talk. How in the world can you possibly get your man to talk? All right, now there are a lot of people out there who are married and also single. I'm a single man, and Alvin Carter is married, and sometimes we have Art Lewis on the show. I think he'll probably be tuning in soon, chiming in today. He's married. And he, a few times, so he's an expert on that subject.
That's right.
Yes, I see a friend of mine on the outside of our little glass here. We have Sharon Ware, who's in the building. I think I'm gonna pull her close to the mic today, and we're gonna talk. We rarely get an opportunity to have women on the show on Mondays, so she's here on business on something else unrelated, but. When you get that close to the studio and my show is on, get ready. We pulling you to the mic. So how do you get a man to talk? There's no one exclusive answer to how to get him to talk because different men don't want to talk for different reasons. And sometimes he don't want to talk because it depends on who his woman is. He may just not be that into you, all right? Or he may be overly zealous over you, in you and wanting to be around you, but he just don't know how to say the right things. Possibly, maybe you're the reason why he can't talk. There's some things that women can say. We've done shows on the bitterness of women and why women do this and that. We get slammed for a lot of those shows. We do, but we always bring women in to talk about it. So y'all slam the women. We just sitting back saying amen. Okay. But sometimes it's the woman he's with, which causes him not to either want to talk or he don't know what to say because he's afraid that you might lash out at him. I love what the woman said at the soundbite that I just played. I love what she said about giving him an opportunity to be wrong. Tell him you got the right to be wrong. Speak up, even though you're wrong. Speak it out, and then give him a plan. Allow him to give you a plan. That is, you ask him certain particular questions. And a man, what we do is we like to sit in a business type setting, whether we like sports, of course, so we like that kind of setting. But we also like to feel like you need us, you want us, you desire our opinions. And I know for a fact there were women who have asked me a question. They knew they had the answer. They did, but they asked me the question to make me feel good about myself. And then when I gave her the answer, then she made me feel even better about myself by applauding me. That's really a great thing to do. I would not slam any woman for doing that. She should do that. She should, because then she's getting some things out of him that possibly won't come out of him on the norm. He just won't volunteer information. A thing that I've learned about us men is that we like to solve your problems. We want to be the conqueror. We want to be the person who saves the day. That's us. We want to ride out of that room on a white horse and ride into the sunset and live happily ever after. And we want to be celebrated. And a good woman knows that about her man. And what she does is she step back and let him be who he is. And when he can't show or he's not showing that, then what she has to do is ask him certain questions and kind of take the carrot and put it on a string and put it in front of the rabbit and tease the rabbit with the carrot. Don't let him eat it too soon. Get him a bite here and there, like I do my dog Iris, because y'all call us dogs anyway, so why not use that analogy? All right? My dog Iris is a sucker for treats. That's it. That's my dog. That was my dog swimming. I put treats in front of her, and then she goes crazy. Okay, because I want her to do things for me. I want her to get out of the room. I want her to go play. I want her to go in her cage. So I have to bait her, into doing certain things, and then I get the desired results. And it's okay for women to be. Y'all are cunning. You guys are born with this women intuition that only God has placed in you. And there are ways to get a man to talk. And so that's what we want to do today, is talk about this. Now, for those of you women who chose the wrong man, unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that. You should not have done that. Okay? It's not always your fault. But some of you don't have men they're just thugs. Okay? You're not going to ever get the results that you're going to get is always going to be negative. And so you got to be careful of that. I can't really help those women there. Because you're in a really bad situation, and you need help getting out of it. All right, I'm one of those preachers who don't have a problem telling you to separate from your man. I don't have no problem with that, because matter of fact, a lot of more preachers today are really telling people get out of that relationship, because it's becoming very dangerous. Women, we used to, the woman will come to church with in a cast. Her arm is in a cast. Okay. And the preacher said, you got to love that man. The Bible says this and the Bible says that. Now go back to him and show him you love him. And she goes back, and then she comes back with a black eye. Okay. And then he said, no, you can't leave him. You got to go back. And then before you know it, we're at the funeral. Okay. He doing the eulogy because the man done killed her. So the church had to take another stand on sending these women back to very horrible, civilian type warfare, what they call it, domestic abuse. We're sending them back to that mess, and these women are dying. And then that's why they're producing these shows called Snap now, because the women are snapping. Y'all sending them back home to these crazy men. Get them out of that situation. I am one of the rare preachers in this country that will tell you get out and stay out until you are absolutely positively sure that man has got some professional help from a counselor, not always your pastor. Because a lot of times the pastor thinks that he's got the answer for the world outside of preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Naturally, he don't always have the answer. There's the people who went to school for 4, 5, 6 years and what have you, and they've studied the game. They know, and let them talk to you. I remember when I couldn't talk, I didn't know how to talk to my wife, my ex-wife, that is, because I am single, y'all. Not that I was doing a shameful plug here. But I went to a counselor. It was my own wife my own pastor, a prominent bishop of the Church of God in Christ, Bishop Carlos L. Moody, was the presiding bishop of of Germany. Okay. Who is also the president of our missions department of the Church of God in Christ worldwide. This man sat with me and says, I can't counsel you on this matter. I'm going to send you to someone who I trust, who has degrees on his wall. And at that moment, I then realized how important that man was in my life, to be that much understanding that he was sending me to someone else that he could trust. Because his reasons, his reasons were because he knows my past. He knows my past was shaky. He knows things about me, and he did not feel that I would receive from him because he's attempted for many years. So he knew in that situation he couldn't help me. All right. And how many pastors out there who could rightfully say, I can't help you with this situation. I was at my friend's church. I'm saying her name, Janice Jackson, out there. I was at her church 2 Sundays ago, I think it was, and her father and her mom was celebrating many years of marriage, and the church decided not to have so much a service, but they had a service, but they decided to have a question and answer period. And what they did was they wrote questions down on a card, and they passed it to the person on the mic, and then the person on the mic began to read the questions to her pastor, which is her father and her mother, and they began to answer the questions accordingly to their experiences in their marriage, and then according to what Scripture might have said. But then when it got to the question of singleness, okay, when they got those questions about how do a single person stay celibate, how does a single person, when it comes to lust in their flesh, what do they do? And I admire the answer from both of them. They says we don't. The wife said, Janet's mom says, I don't remember being single. She says when I left my parents' house, I went right into marriage, and she says I've been married ever since. It's been I can't remember how many years, 50-something years. I can't remember how many years it was. And she says, so I don't remember being single. So she says, it's hard for me to answer that because I can't tell you. And she passed the mic to her husband, and he said the same thing. He says, it's kind of hard for me to answer that. I admire that. So I was loud. I was like, give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'll answer it. I'll tell you the struggles that I've had. And still have. We have, there's struggles being single out there because you got a lot of women out there who want a part of you in the physical, and you got to try to say, no, I just can't do it. And that's hard. We got Art Lewis here, who is an expert at relationships with women.
That's okay. An individual who's failed a few times have a varied degree of insight.
I see. I got a file, Art, that I want to play it.
Okay.
There's a difference between, testosterone and estrogen. You know the difference?
Yeah.
Tell me what the difference is.
Testosterone starts fight. Estrogen keeps you awake at night.
Oh, right. In a nutshell, yes.
Yeah,
no pun intended. Yeah, so D, I don't know I got that file up, but just a 2 minute, and I'm gonna drink my little apple cider here and listen to it. Testosterone and brother estrogen. Okay.
We've all heard about testosterone before, right? If you're a dude, you know full well how important testosterone is to feeling more like a man. It's our dominant hormone. Just like in women, estrogen is their dominant hormone, right? So for women, testosterone is here, estrogen is here. Yes, women do have some testosterone in their system. With men, it's the other way around. Testosterone here and estrogen here. Yes, men do have estrogen in their body. But what happens when the scale gets messed up? Well, women take on more male characteristics. They get deeper voices. They start to grow facial hair. What happens with men? We get man boobs, and we start to add on weight and fat in areas where women typically carry it. We have shrinking testes. We have lower energy levels. The whole idea here is to remember that having a normal or high level of testosterone in your system as a man is important to all kinds of things and normal functions of your body, not just your interest in sex. Okay? That's my point here, is keeping your testosterone where it's supposed to be. And yes, you're going to have a natural decline over the years as you age, but natural is fine. There's a lot of things working against you in today's world, and it's smart to know what those things are. Okay? So check the link below so you can become more informed about the things that you should be doing to maximize the testosterone that's naturally flowing through your body and to keep that estrogen level down nice and low. Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
So yeah. That's the difference between testosterone and estrogen. Talk about the levels. And I've seen women who grew hair on their chest and their face and beards and mustaches and talk low like me. And
oh no.
Yeah. And then
yes, and they have a higher sex drive like you too.
And I've seen, of course, men does the same thing. I'm not talking about homosexuals. I'm talking about men, 100% men who began to talk like this, and
they're not fat and they have man boobs.
Yeah. So you see those things, and there's a imbalance goes on in the body. Okay, it causes men and women to act out what's
certain
the word?
Ways.
Yeah.
It's a chemical thing. We're chemical bio creatures. So therefore, if the chemistry is like slightly askew, that will alter our behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So it's a physiological thing that happens, and we just have to deal with it. But on the subject of talking, how is it? Why is it that men don't talk? So I guess what we need to do is go into some study, some deep study on this, and maybe Art can kind of help us figure out why he don't talk anymore.
No, I don't. I got nothing to say.
You can.
I'm sorry, that was Buddy.
That was Buddy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Buddy Gill, my best friend.
Yeah.
We're still praying for the family. His wife lost her sister unexpectedly, and I was at the funeral Saturday. Let's see here. I'm going to give you top 3 secrets why men don't talk about their feelings. Because we don't, Art. We just don't talk about our feelings.
No, you should be able to see the way in which we act so you understand what our feelings are. We only have 3 that we go ahead and display. Number 1 being anger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2, actually it's kind of like 3 is if you have children, then it becomes 2. Then you will have an expression of love, but it's reserved for certain periods, certain time. I said, then there's the quiet man. Then you don't know what's happening with him.
True.
But that's an emotional display as well.
It sure is. That's good. Yeah, the quiet man. That tend to be who I am. When I'm not on the radio, I'm kind of quiet. Some people ask me, why you ain't talking?
Yeah, he's moody as all get
Yeah,
out.
he's so moody. Are you mad? What's wrong with you? And those are questions I always get. Are you okay? What's wrong with you? Because they're used to me being the jovial, joking kind of guy, happy-go-lucky. But when I go into my manhole, I don't want to be disturbed. Yes, I said it, Art. I go into my dungeon.
Got the blue oyster.
That's the blue.
Anyway,
I go to my manhole and I don't want to be disturbed. And then so it's like, what's wrong with you? Why you not talking to me? You okay? What happened to you? What did I do to you? And it goes on. I'm like, can I have a moment of silence?
but then again, that too is the difference in the way in which we all communicate.
Yeah, that's something else. Here's an article. It says, it's men are from Mars, women are from Venus, all over again. When we talk about feelings, why is it that men seem to have a hard time expressing themselves as compared to women? Is it because in relationship, women have greater emotional investment than men? Do you think that's the case? All right.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's not a greater investment. It's a greater expression of
our emotion.
Of the emotional thing.
Would you say greater, or would you say just a different expression?
It's just a different expression,
Okay.
because our feelings and everything are just as valid to us as the woman, but we don't feel the need to proclaim it, broadcast it, whatever it is. We'll say it. We can say it once, and that's all that's need to be said.
Okay, all right. Take the big "I love you" declaration as an example. For men, saying these 3 little words require a huge effort, but the urge comes quite easily for most women. Similarly, in a fight, women like to dissect the emotional reasons behind the issue. But for men, they want to skip the "let's talk" part and proceed ASAP to kissing and making up. Have you noticed that? Yeah. I don't want to talk about. I mean, we're fighting right now. I really don't want to talk. I want to make up quickly and get this out of, because you're becoming a nag to me.
Right. It's not. I don't want to talk about it because you're not really. There's an accusation that goes along with it. Because again, it falls into the cut and dry of the situation.
Yeah.
It's like, 1 + 1 = 2. B naturally follows A, which is followed by C. What's the problem?
Right. Yeah. And but that's good. That's that's how we reason.
That's how we reason. That's how we think, and that's how we proceed. And then what she wants to do, what it is that she wants, is the acknowledgement of her feelings to be acknowledged, validated, and then accepted, and then she will be more inclined to go ahead and start viewing the ABCs of the whole situation.
That's true.
But we don't want to do that. We want to go ahead, skip that part because it's messy, it's draining. We don't go into the full emotional blah, 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 blah. And when one of our boys do that, we turn around and call him a Mitch.
What is a Mitch? I think it's too much work though, for us. And
it is.
Yes. So when we see this goes, because it's too much work to analyze something like that, we retreat, we shut down. Here's the out of the three ones that I'm gonna give you. Here's number 3. It's a neurological thing. This article says, without the basic physical and physiological differences between men and women, relationships would not be as exciting. Life would never be the same without experiencing the joys of falling in love and suffering the pains of breakup. Now, when it comes to talking about feelings, the culprit is the corpus callosum, the part of the brain which connects the left and the right brain's hemisphere. Let's not go into the scientific stuff here, but the gist is that this part of the brain is larger in women than it is in men. So the result is that women can think and feel at the same time. They can chew gum, walk down the street, Art.
Okay.
While men naturally separate their feelings from what they are thinking. This creates their reluctance to talk about all the mushy stuff that women love to hash out. So we think differently. It's a neurological thing.
Yeah, we compartmentalize a lot of things.
Call in. Yeah. Okay.
We compartmentalize a lot of things, and this is our basic makeup.
Sure.
Even when it came to the whole thing about, finding directions, finding our way from point A to point B versus the way a woman goes about doing it.
Yeah.
We go in and dissect everything, and this over here, that over there. Everything has its place.
Sure.
And we don't like for it to get crossed up.
Okay. Hey, we got a caller, I believe. Caller. Who are you? Tell me your name.
This is Crystal.
Crystal.
Yes.
Oh, is this the Crystal?
This is the Crystal.
OMG.
The one and only.
Lord have mercy.
The one and only.
I'm honored and flabbergasted and all these other words I can't think of.
Wait, we're supposed to get the fan. Yeah, we're supposed to get the fanfare, man. You didn't do the fanfare. You slipping, bro.
Yeah, do y'all slipping?
Wanted to make a comment on the subject,
Okay.
so I didn't know this was Crystal.
Yeah, that's the Crystal. Okay. Yes, when I go to Florida, I like to look at the waters. Get it?
I love it.
Hey, Crystal, on this subject, men don't talk. What's your response on that?
My thing is this. You all are taught that from toddler stage, from growing up. When you fall and, just think if you have 2 twins, right? Mm-hmm. You have one male twin, you have one girl twin. Both of them falls off of their bike, right? Mm-hmm. When the girl falls, oh, come here, let mommy kiss your knee. Are you okay?
Oh, my God.
And, versus the boy, shut up. Man up.
Oh, my
Ain't nothing wrong with you. So we teach them this early on.
Wow.
And so it's a learned behavior, and you all just never sort of grow out of it because you think this is the way that you're supposed to be. However, there are many men that you can't get them to shut up.
Yes.
They act like a woman.
Right. So if we don't teach them to go ahead and man up and shut up, then you have the whole era of I can't stand a Mitchie man.
It's a difference, though, from being Mitchie versus effectively communicating.
Yeah, I agree.
2 totally different things.
Right.
When we all need to be able to express ourselves.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
it's not. I don't think it's a matter of gender that men are just this way and women are just that way. I think we have more in common than what we think and what we know.
It just needs to be brought out, basically.
It just needs to be brought out.
Do you think? Do you think there is a certain age where this thing kind of snaps into a man and he realizes, okay, I'm separate. I'm different than my sister. So now I am established as this man. Is there a certain age you think in your walk noticing?
Where he realizes that he's a man?
Yeah.
I think that he should realize that up front.
Yeah.
I don't think that should take any time.
Right.
It does have to take time.
I want to say about that. When you think about people who are homosexual from the male perspective, they are taught that that's something to be embarrassed about.
Right.
And that's why so many people have not come out of the closet because they're afraid of, people looking down on them. And so they tend to hide these emotions and hide these feelings because they are embarrassed by them.
Yeah.
Versus, hey, if we as their parents, we as, people that they look up to, their mentors, their guidance, if we say, hey, accept yourself for however you are, embrace it, versus the man telling him he's pretty much, men really look down on another young boy if he's gay. We do not need to look at them like that. And like they say, people know early on, we do not need to be judgmental, accept people for who they are, when they are, whenever they decide to come out of whatever it is they're dealing with.
Well, we do believe in certain sins, but we can't condemn a man, because God doesn't condemn a man.
So who are you, though? You can't just say to them, you're not God, so you're not in a position to judge them. You still should love them for who they are and whatever choices they decide to make.
Right, and that's my point. We can condemn a man who robs the bank. Okay, because if he say I'm gonna grow up and be a bank robber for the rest of my life. We have to correct that. We have to correct it. But we have to show him love. We have to continue to preach the gospel, but love him
while doing so.
Yeah, while doing so, and then he'll look at my life, he'll look at Crystal Waters' life, and say, "I want to be like her."
Yes, it's a mirror.
A
mirror.
You
know, and so that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that our reflections are the best reflections that someone is seeing.
I love it, Crystal Waters. I love you.
I love you. Peace and love, my friend.
Peace and love. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Love you. We got to go to break.
That was very emotional.
Music playing.
I'm honored that she called. I tell you, I listen to her show every Saturday, 1 o'clock here in Chicago. Listen, get me to I don't know. I need somebody to speak to my heart.
I'll see if I can get
Yeah. Speak to my heart, Dion, while we go to a break, and we'll be right back. This is the Walter Jones Show.
If you're into the best hip-hop and R&B for the past 30 years, check out our sister station, UBM Jams, by selecting it at our homepage at urbanbroadcastmedia.com. Log on to urbanbroadcastmedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered.
Ladies, what do you want to know? How bad do you want to know it? What are you willing to do to find out? Tune in to the Men's Chronicles right here at the Sir Walter Jones Show at UBM Praise.
Monday.
That's my son Walter Jr. That's his tracks. I said, boy, give me some music, and he
hooked you up.
He hooked me up, man. He hooked me up. Janice Janice Green Nelson says, another problem I don't have. My husband has no problem with letting you know what's on his mind. None whatsoever. I'm the one that keeps my feelings to myself. He's an open book with me. And she says, I'm learning to appreciate it. All right.
Well, that depends on the setting and the situation. A man that expresses himself more emotionally, he has to be in a comfortable surroundings, because I believe what was his buddy was saying, most men who don't talk have been conditioned that way. Most of the male figures is trained to not show any weakness. Strangers don't need to know me. They don't need to know what I think, or better that they can know what I think, but they don't need to know how I feel, because if they know how I feel, then they can go ahead and exploit that.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's the same thing Crystal Wallace was saying. From birth, we are taught, as men, as boys, that is,
but
man up. That's how
I understand, but you know what? I got to disagree with her on quite a few points.
Sure, go for it.
There is a certain point in time when a male child realizes and comes into his own identity, and it's not something that he knows right away.
Sure,
because there's a serious thing that floats out there, and the inference of homosexuality and manhood, straight people need to let that go. Okay, being an artist and then trying to do a musician back in the day, there you find that there's a lot of people in that community this way, and I'm telling you all right now, a homosexual man is kind of like a man on concentrate.
What does that mean?
Well, what they say, men are gonna get theirs.
Yeah,
they more so. Yeah. That is what they're about. That is what they're on. They run into a whole thing. I don't care if you wear a dress or not, if he's, the closet, whatever, or the down low. They are men, and if you step on their male pride, you will see all that lion come up out of them, and it's really wild to see a full-blooded lion come up out that dress.
No, that is physiologically they are men,
right? They're psychologically they're men also. They just have that other thing
that they're struggling with.
So I was like, never make that mistake. That there's a identity thing in there. There's something else that's going on, but to say that this is just a condition thing and going into that. It's more than just condition. As you already stated, our minds are different. We have different levels of chemicals floating through us. This one was proven to me by my second wife, because she would lose her mind for about a week, once a month. And she made a believer of me out of PMS. Her chemistry went out of whack. And then she would act really strange. I'm going like, oh, now I get it. It's not so much mind over matter. It's like if the mind is not, level, then you're going to act a certain way. So that when we have a greater levels of testosterone, then I have some other friends that was in the bodybuilder. Once they was on these taking those extra testosterone hormones and everything like that, they were super aggressive. Even the females become more aggressive. And so in order for them to build the muscle mass the way they do, they have to take on that particular aspect of a man. And this causes the mindset, the way something is perceived, and the way they go ahead and react. So given environmental conditioning with the chemistry that is floating through your mind, this is why we act the way we do.
No, I agree with that. Many studies have been done about it. I'm bold on my show, and if I don't agree with you, I won't agree with you. But I will say, that's why I asked the question, where in the boy's life is there a place where he realize, okay, I'm different from my sister, meaning I'm more dominant. I'm more a man. I can't play with the dolls. Okay, I can't.
That's kind of more environmental, because at a certain point that is social taboo. See, because I had a friend who came up under mom militant women's right, yada, yada, yada. And she was raising her daughters like so. Well, they went to the point where when he got the 13-inch G.I. Joe action figure, they destroyed him. They would throw him away.
Right.
You got about like several of them because a boy ain't got no business playing with dolls. I'm like, but how can you be all about this equal, and we're all the same if you're going to go ahead and superimpose this other particular thing? I was like, G.I. Joe, I say, if you had any issue with it, G.I. Joe was a soldier. He was a big toy soldier. Maybe you want to go like your brother shouldn't be playing with anything of destruction in life, but a doll, seriously? G.I. Joe wasn't looked at as a doll.
No, it wasn't. I had a couple of G.I. Joes.
Yeah, you had the Kung Fu grip. Yeah, I had the pre-Kung Fu grip. We had the pointer and the backhand slap.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And I love that so-called doll.
Action figure.
There you go. See? Men interpret things differently. Made from the same soup. So number one, we're doing the top 3 things about the men and why they don't talk. Why they don't talk about their feelings. The first one I gave you was neurological. Number 2, men are reluctant to talk because they are afraid of saying something wrong. Admit it. Almost every woman every woman feels like she can give Oprah a run for her money as a talk show host. Okay, this is exactly what men are intimidated with. For the most part, men feel that if they open up about their feelings, women will put on their psyche mode. They feel that saying the wrong thing will put them in a lot of trouble. That's why they clam up, giving them a lot of leeway in this area is always a good idea. So they're reluctant to talk, Art, because they're afraid of saying something wrong.
Because we can't be men. Okay. Because we're not allowed to actually be men. We're not allowed to feel the way men do. Our feelings are wrong because we don't express them as frequently. We don't express them as boastfully. We don't do it as forcibly as the woman does. If she feels this way about something and we're somewhat indifferent about it, then we're wrong.
I see.
So we're not allowed to be different. My granddaddy told me when I got married the first time, he said, boy, since you're married, if you want to be happy in life, one thing you got to understand. And I was like, what is that, granddaddy? He said, women, they are.
Wow.
And I was like, they are what? He said, see, you ain't listening.
You ain't listening.
You ain't listening, and I can't talk to you. I figured out what he meant. It's like, accept her for what she is, how she is, and your life will be happier. But they're not. No one tells them the same thing about us.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's actually a good way of putting it. Women, yeah, they are. And really, I think some of the greatest movies were written that way, where it left you to your own imagination. They didn't have to fill in the blanks for you. It was a cliffhanger. You fill in the blanks, and you make it exciting for you. Yep. I think the best way to explain God is in the first chapter of Genesis and the last chapter of Revelation. The first chapter of Genesis says, "In the beginning, God." Stop. Okay, you fill in the blanks, and then when you get to Revelation, it says, "Amen." Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I can go with that.
Yeah. So the last one about the 3. Why men can't, why they don't talk about their feelings is men express their feelings through action more than words. When your boyfriend has a bunch of flowers delivered to your office, it's his way of saying that he's thinking about you. When a relatively new boo plans for a long weekend that you two can go together next summer, it's his way of saying that he plans to stick around for a long time. When he has your car sent to the mechanic for an engine checkup, it means that he cares a lot about your safety. The cliche, action speaks louder than words, applies when it comes to man's feelings. So instead of waiting for an undying declaration of love, look for those little and grand gestures which show rather than tell you how he feels.
I had a friend. She felt the most romantic thing was to receive a single stem rose. Now, the guy that she was involved with heard her say, she really likes a single stem rose.
Okay.
He sent her a dozen of roses. She got upset.
Get out of here.
I told her, I was like, you don't understand. If you are he's synthesizing what it is you said into his man speak. If you like a single stem rose, then you are going to love, you understand how he feels about you like 12 times that one thing. But I said, but she was very reluctant, fighting. But all I said, but you're not paying attention. You're not grasping. You're not speaking the language. That's actually neither one of you are speaking the language.
Right.
But you're not grasping. He is expressing and showing his affection the best way he can.
No, that's something else. I think I don't know. I might be balanced when it comes to my relationship with the woman. I think I do talk and then I do the action. I probably, cause I talk more in showing my interest in her than I do the action, because I don't always follow up with a phone call. I just don't. I don't always do what she wants me to do as far as action is concerned. But when she's talking to me,
we were separated at birth.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I just don't. I've never done it. I don't know why I don't, and I don't know how, but I just don't. But when it comes to language, I know how to talk to language. I'm good at that. Most of it is genuine. Most of it. Okay. Most of it is
and
genuine.
then sometimes it's just a little artistic,
it's
I think just flowing at that point. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to give her what she want to hear. Okay, yeah. All men do it. Don't lie, y'all out there.
What light breaks
all
through yon
men
window.
do it. There you go. What's in the name, old fellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we do. But again, I know I have the gift of gab as you do, and we talk and we know how to go around the corner and back again and woo the woman off their feet. Okay, but when it comes down to actions on proving what we said, that's not always easy to do for me.
No,
and I'll take her out and wine and dine and stuff like that. That's easy, but I can't do that every night. I'll do that once a week. It's just like how we empty the garbage. We empty the garbage Monday, all right?
Yeah.
Now the garbage fills up tomorrow, all right? And then the next day, and if she says, you didn't take out the garbage, and we'll say, I took it out Monday. That should be enough for me to show you how much I love you. Yeah. I took it out 2 days ago.
I actually did it.
Yeah.
Now, it filled up in the meantime,
yeah.
but I did.
But
That's where our man feelings get hurt, because you didn't take notice of the effort that I did.
That's it. That's exactly it. You did not recognize
and give me the credit for what it was that I did. Just like they get upset when we don't seem to acknowledge their level of emotional outpouring into a particular thing. We were like, okay. It's like, I understand. We'll tell them, I understand how you feel. Blah, 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 blah. But we're not expressing the same thing. So now there's an issue.
This is true. Many women will approach you, whether it's your wife or your significant other, and she'll have she got her hair done. She might have got it sprayed brown. Okay, all right. Now she'll go all day sashaying in your face because she wants you to recognize. She don't want to tell you I got my hair colored. All right. She wants you to recognize, and at the end of the day, she's going to be mad at you. She's not going to say nothing to you, and you wonder what in the world did I do? And basically, just say, do you see anything different about me? Okay. And you were like, oh my God, we're in trouble now. What is different about you?
Yeah.
What
did I not do? What did I do? Or what did I not do at this particular point? Because that's why you get to the point, like, the difference between when you've done something and when you've not done something, and you're in trouble. Like,
oh, crap. But she's telling you, look at me. What do you notice different? You better catch it. And don't be saying, is it your cheeks? is it your eyebrow? Yeah, I like your smile, baby. No. I colored my hair. I spent 3 hours at the hairdresser.
That's
okay?
right.
She went from
a redhead to an auburn, and you were like, "What?
What? Auburn?" Yeah, and she wants you to recognize that's the color. Okay,
those 3 gray strands I had coming in, my girl took care of them.
Yeah.
You had 3 gray strands.
Really?
What?
Yeah. And this is why we did a show on the why women are so into their cosmetic look, thinking that that's what's going to attract the man or keep the man, and that's not going to keep him. That may attract him for a minute, but it's not going to keep him for a lifetime.
And they tell that a lot all the time. I dress for you. I'm like, right,
no.
Baby. What? He's like, how do I look? You look great. Let's go. Then the girlfriend come in and go like, girl, you're not wearing that, are you? Wait a minute. Then now you got like wait another 30 minutes because she got to go and try on something else. I'm like, but I thought you was dressing for me. I was cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and I think it to each his own. I understand that, but most men want to see you in your raw form. They really do. That's why they.
I always tell my daughters, and I even told a friend's mother after her husband had died. She was like, I was at the grocery store, and all I had on some sweats. I had my hair just pulled back, no makeup, blah blah blah. I say, you don't understand. When a man sees you in your natural state, and if you can look decent, then he knows that once you get dolled up, it's like, wow.
Yep. Absolutely.
I say a man that's worth anything will learn how to recognize that diamond.
Yeah.
In a semi-rough.
Sure. Yeah. Semi, or 16-wheeler, or a minivan rough. But he will. Oh, I lost my ears. I think Art. We got our ears on, and Art pulled the plug on us.
Did I?
Y'all didn't hear it on the air, but I heard it in my ears.
Man, what was that?
I was like, it's something went.
I'm like, what in the world?
And Space Invaders. Look at married couples. Okay, right. She goes out there. She goes to Victoria, who's got secrets.
Yep.
Okay. And
everybody knows.
Everybody knows her secret, and then she'll go through that section where the bikini, the string, the thingies, the lingerie thingies. Okay, all right. She picks out certain colors, yada yada yada, and different styles, and she's gonna please you with it. And some men are attracted to that. Okay, y'all in bed now. Now he looking at it and says, "Wow, I like that." She like it, and she wants to keep it on. But what you thinking?
That got to come off.
That's coming off. It's coming off.
Wait a minute. How much did you spend on it?
Yeah, right.
Okay, we will gingerly take
this we will gingerly. Yeah. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it to y'all. I mentioned married people. Okay, y'all have to. We get some scissors. There's some scissors on the dresser drawer. Cut that thing off and hurry up. Okay, it's because that's the way men think. We want the rawness. We want to get right straight to the business, and we'll think about the lingerie later on. Now, I'm not saying it's all men. No, and there's some men out there, some husbands out there that are very romantic. They'll go out and pick the lingerie for her. Okay.
Yep.
Now, and they ain't gonna stay on it very
honey,
long.
This is what I brought you to take off of you.
That's why he bought edibles, because he wanted to come off.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're emotional in the different ways. We just think differently than you do. We think differently than you do. Even though our thoughts might be the same, we probably
gonna express
it differently is what I really want to say. We express it differently. We're thinking the same thing. I want you, you want me. Okay, but now how I want you is different than how you want me.
Yep.
Yeah, and so we won't say anything. So here's some more reasons why your husband won't talk. Number one, you talk too much.
Man.
It's an effect. It's an affliction, really.
Do they have a thing on there about timing?
Well, there's 101 ways in why men won't talk.
Well, I'm gonna just say, do they have the thing about timing?
No.
When he's in a good mood, that ain't the time.
No, that is not the time. That's true.
When he's in a really good mood, is not a time for a serious conversation.
Well, and that's during sex. Because again, you married, all right?
Yeah.
I was married. I know how it was. Okay, I remember. Okay,
I do not want to talk about the school tuition.
I don't want to talk about these baby. We need to talk now. Y'all in the middle of ministering to each other.
Yes.
Okay, and let's talk. Really, and they choose those times to do it, but. Again, they feel that's the right time. They feel that's their interpretation.
When the game is on, he's on a high about his team winning. Yeah. That is not the time.
That's just not the time.
After you've had a really drag down, everybody done called Jesus into the room. That is not the time.
Yeah, right.
And actually, he will talk to you when he's having a bad day, but. Actually, that's not the time either, because the conversation is going to take a nasty turn.
Yes.
I was like, you need to catch that neutral moment.
You do.
You need to pay attention to him to know when that neutral moment is.
You got to know your man to know the neutral moment. That is so true. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to have another hour. Trust me, ladies. I know you're like, this is mess. Because y'all just talking about us. Okay, I know you're crying out there. That's okay. We're going to give you a solution.
Everybody except the Brony.
Everybody except Brony, because she's when you say she's a man with a dress, and she don't even wear dresses. She hates dresses.
I didn't say that. Alvin said that.
A Brony Scott hate dresses. Yeah. She don't like them. She don't like them. Brony's been my friend a long time, and trust me, she feels more comfortable when she feels like she's really went out when she put on some slacks and stand next to a man, and he was like, "Okay, which one is the man?" Because the way they talking,
two of these things belong together.
Yeah. Now she looked just like a woman. She's a beautiful woman. She got the cheeks, she got the eyes, she got the shape, and everything. She is a beautiful woman. But let her open her mouth and, and disagree with a man. She gonna let you know who really wear the pants. That's why we love her. We call her name every day because we just love that child. Yep. And she's genuine. She's open. She's genuine and what have you. We just got to hear her get her saved again. She need to be delivered more. Take her down to the convocation. Wow. So the number one is, as far as husbands, is you talk too much. Okay. Yeah, you do talk too much. It is an affliction that most women are stricken with. They talk too much. It's not your fault, women. Yeah, you are born to talk more than men. It's an affliction. In fact, most men speak only 12,000 words a day. That's it. Men speak 12,000 words a day, while most women speak over 25,000 words a day. That you were made that way. That's just the way it is. But however, it doesn't give women a pass to babble.
You know, actually, you see that in the difference between female authors and men authors.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, exactly. You take a man and woman. They wrote the same book, same title. His page is 25 pages. Her page, is 340.
Very in depth, descriptive.
Yeah. Okay, I got to go to break, y'all, and we're going to do the second hour on giving y'all some solutions to why men don't talk, okay? I'm hearing two things going on at the same time. I hear my exit music, and I hear my...
Oh, man, I thought that was a new mix.
That was nice. That was a nice mix, though. That was. Yeah. Now we hear the white guy. Okay, all right. I'll be right back.
Video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries. Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
Ladies, what do you want to know? How bad do you want to know it? What are you willing to do to find out? Tune in to the Men's Chronicles right here at the Sir Walter Jones Show at UBM Praise.
I don't know what that was, y'all. Silence was golden. We just went off. I think the FCC didn't call and said, we got to shut you down.
Uh-oh. And Alvin wasn't even here.
He wasn't. Right.
Could have blamed it on him.
Ooh, Jesus. Michelle Thomas on Facebook, she says, all I'm hearing are excuses. I told you, what did I say?
Yeah.
She says, all I'm hearing are excuses as to why men don't talk. No time is a good time for y'all to talk unless you want to talk, which is never.
Which goes back to my statement of,
there you go.
We are not validated in our feelings in the way we process information, but we have to go ahead and yield to theirs.
You gotta always yield to theirs.
Yes. So therefore, excuses. No, not excuses. These are reasons.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah. Buddy said.
But then again, you know what? I'm just a man. What do I know about how men think and act?
Well, I will say this, Art. I always go to these panels where women have us. I say this all the time on here.
Yep.
I go to these panels where women invite all the men to sit up there. You came to several of those, and the women in the audience asking these questions about men.
And then when we give the answer,
you're wrong. You're wrong. They disagree with it. It's like asking a monkey, why do you like bananas? Yeah, and you like, And he telling you, this wild out here. You're a monkey. You don't understand how to be a monkey. And that's what we're trying to say.
Or they were going to think, well, my daddy. Well, your daddy is not all men.
Yeah.
And you have to understand something. Fathers are different with their daughters than everyone else in the world.
Absolutely.
As I stated on your post when you had a baby girl, I say sons are our pride.
Yeah.
But daughters are all fathers' hearts.
Yeah, I agree. Now, tomorrow we're doing a show on why are black women obese. Okay? Why are so many?
No.
Yes. Now, Art. Yeah. Now watch this. Here we go.
Tomorrow will be my chance to call in and say, I'm hearing nothing but excuses.
Yeah. Do that. I put a post up on a weekend that says, ask the question. I says, listen, Tuesday on Pink Perspective, we are doing a show on why are a lot of black women overweight. 99% of the people who came and responded were women, black women, and 90% of them said the same thing. Okay? Can you guess what they were saying? Take a wild
glandular
guess.
thing?
No, they wasn't given the reason why they were overweight.
Oh, they was like, why are you like spotlighting us?
There you go. Why is it that you have to say black women? All women are overweight.
Well,
why can't you
since
say
how
white?
we are black men.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and deal with home first.
That's number one.
So, we're
number
going to
one.
deal with, the sisters. And then once we can figure out what the problem is, then you sisters can go ahead and touch your other ethnic sisters and maybe help and pull them up also.
Well, you know what? And I had to try to be sensitive to their complaint. Okay, because they hear men bashing them a lot. I understand that. That's why many of them.
I'm very sympathetic to the obese woman. I was married to one.
Sure.
She didn't start that way, but she became that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as her husband during this time, I watched and would listen to how the rest of the world around us would react. We're walking down through the park one day. I have my arm around her because this is my wife. I love her. And then some little young person walk by, she's too fat to be with him.
Yeah.
Who are you?
And men are not the only ones who do that. Women do it to themselves. They talk about each other's fatness and what have you. But they complain on the wall and they talk about, why don't you say, number one, this is an urban radio. Okay? Urban. Now somebody on the wall said, well, urban doesn't just mean black. I mean, that's what it used to didn't mean. It used to be, a city dwelling where there were different people of minority on what have you. But today it means black, okay? And our audience is 99% black. So for me to say, wow, all women obese, that I can't. I'm a businessman, so I go down to the specificities of things. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's all about not genre, but it's all about niches. A niche. I'm a niche marketing. Okay.
Yep.
And I get down to the specific niche, and we talking about black women. Tomorrow we could talk about white women and Hispanic women and all the other women, but Tuesday
then we start break off into the difference of the diet and so forth,
okay.
so on.
Then they said, well, men are fat too. Well, it's Tuesday. It's pink perspective, not blue perspective.
You know what? We have a problem with that in our society. Period. Just with this whole issue with Ferguson, and then you had a lot of people that would detract from that because, well, we got the same thing going on, and I was like, yes, we do. But does that make what happened in Ferguson?
Yeah.
I said, does that make that any less poignant? I was like, what you do is you express yours and group it with the other.
Yeah.
And these are the things that are wrong. Yes, we have an obese problem in this country, period.
Yeah, we do.
And I said, and I'm just thinking back to like the 90s when, I was still clubbing. And, you didn't have early 90s. But somewhere near the end of it is when, the belly out just started coming out. Like, it's not that, the midriff exposure was something new then. It was that, the belly wasn't out. It was just exposed.
Right.
People just didn't dress or wear things that didn't fit. There was no such thing as muffin top in 91, 92.
Right. Yeah. Well, I live around black women. I don't live around white women. I live around mostly black. I go to church with all black women. So I need to help my black sisters.
Yep.
So we talk about black issues on our show because I'm around them and that's my audience. Why would I want to talk about Hispanic problems Okay.
When you don't even speak
When
Spanish.
I don't even speak and I'm not around them anymore. Now, I used to live in Humboldt Park around them, most of them. Then I could have changed some of my content. But that's not my audience. My audience is black. So we talk about black issues, although we don't act like we are dominant. What's the word? Supremacists. You know, the black, the supremacists that we always beat up on. Says, yeah, what the man's got me down. The man this. Please, you your own problem. You your own problem.
Yeah,
now,
that's right.
Yeah, that's another show. We're gonna talk about that because this whole Ferguson thing, everybody's jumping on the same bandwagon, but they're forgetting about the black problems that we're having. We don't talk about that.
Well, you know, like I did on our good buddies that's going to be here this week. I told them, like, you know, as quiet as it's kept, there's a lot of urban youths who have like suffered abuse and loss of life at the hands of an officer of color.
I know. Trust me.
I've received more abusive interactions with law enforcement that were of my own skin color or ethnic group than anyone else.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, fine. I said, and then, you know, we have to deal with, you know, the fullness of the whole thing. We, instead of just start slicing and dicing and just look at this part, that part, put it all together, put it in all a nice little kitty, and we deal with the whole thing together.
Well, it says here, we ended off with, she talks too much.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
why he can't give his feelings.
Of course, we don't have a good argument for that right now because we just been talking the whole
time.
Right.
So the reason why we don't talk because she doing all the talking. Now this is
telling us how we feel.
Right, telling you how you feel. So this is husband and wife, okay? And I'm gonna release the hounds in a minute. Okay.
The Baskerville.
The Baskervilles. Number 2.
You are such a geek.
Number 2, she don't listen. She don't listen to him. So no matter what he says, you're not gonna listen anyway. Now this is not from me personally.
No, I understand. I understand that.
Okay, but this is a generalization. All right. Number 3, you're too determined to get your point across. So as I'm talking, you getting ready to interject. Okay. All right. And as you're trying to interject, I can see it on your face. I'm talking, and what you're not doing, you're not listening. You're contemplating in your mind how I'm going to answer him, and you didn't hear me. And that's why men say, you know, I don't need me talking because you're going to be right regardless, and you're going to have the last say. All right?
Yeah, and you know what?
What?
There's a very good habit that I've noticed with the sisters, too. You go ahead, you concede. You give them the floor. Yeah. They have their say, and as soon as they're done, they walk away.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Now we consider that too, because one reason why we stopped talking, we want her to shut up, and then we gone. Okay, so we do that.
Yeah, but I'm like, give your say. Okay, cool, and it's like, okay, and as you get ready to go ahead and give your rebuttal, but see, she's gone. She's hung up the phone.
Yes.
She drove off.
Yeah,
I've even had an instance once to where one drove around the block just to come back, roll down the window, say something, and pull off.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's called immaturity.
That is definitely immaturity. Now that she spoke,
I'm not gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna call the name of this individual.
Now that somebody from a female perspective spoke, I want to introduce my dear friend Sharon Ware. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness!
You look marvelous, gal.
God, you look marvelous.
I love the animal print, you know, with the black, you know, and going. It's so outstanding. It exudes that, you know, motherland thing.
He done changed on me. Hey, who is your husband? Where? Cedric Ware,
the
right?
Bishop.
The Bishop.
Oh.
Okay, everybody knows Cedric in Chicago, Illinois. He's probably serviced your church in sound. He's the sound man and the drummer. A wonderful man of God. I love him dearly. He's been my friend for many, many, many years. So Sharon Ware, you know, this is men's perspective. Okay, it's a women's guide to men. Okay. And we love to have women on sometimes because we tend to be thinking that y'all one thing and y'all are not. So we need someone to break the ice. Okay. Again, and we you know, at least I am very transparent. All right. Okay. I try to give women opportunities to speak up for themselves, and then hurry up, be quiet. Yeah. So from all you just heard, okay, what do you have to say about that?
Well,
you got to talk to the mic now. You know,
I came in on the back end of it.
Sure.
And what I've heard
that's
did
how
not
brothers like it, too.
sound right. Not all women act like that. We can say the same for men.
Right.
You know, everybody is individuals, and everybody does everything individually.
That's true.
So, to me, with a man and having to speak with him, I don't have that problem. If I want to speak with my Seti, I'm going to speak with him, and he's going to speak back with me.
Because he know what's good for him. That's why. He want to sleep, and he wants some peace and quiet. He go, yes, dear.
And he wants to eat. He wants to eat.
Oh, I don't blame him.
Yes, he has to eat.
Yes.
So,
I don't blame him.
Really, the thing is, it depends on the mood of that man.
Sure.
How to approach him, because really the woman set the tone in her home.
She does. I agree.
Oh yeah, she sets the tone.
I do agree with that.
She's she's preparing, she's nurturing, she's getting ready for whatever her day is. But she actually sets the tone. So when he walks in that door, immediately, if you know your man, your husband, whomever, if you know them, you know who they are when they walk in the door.
Right.
If they got that look like, I don't feel like talking, don't talk.
Man, did y'all hear that?
Yeah, would you see that? See there? I said that.
They got that I don't feel like having a conversation look.
Right. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You ask that question. Are you hungry? Because that's the question that I ask my man. I have your meal ready, dear.
She's reading the signs and she's playing to it. That's what you have to do.
Yes, you do.
But it does swing both ways.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
No, I mean, so we don't seem like we're getting so one-sided in the thing, but this is the blue day, so we're dealing with that particular aspect. But it has to work both ways.
Yes, it does.
Because as men, we have to go ahead and read out. And believe me, when I walk through the house, I know what the atmosphere is like walking through the door. Because if one of the kids are around, I can look at the expression on their face and know whether or not I need to turn around and go back out.
Because they'll tell you.
They'll tell you.
I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah, and I'm going like, I don't know what you all did, but it wasn't me. I'm out.
Yeah. Lisa, sit down. Come here, baby. Sit down. You married. You just got married, so you know a little bit. Even though it was only 2 days ago, you still no. It was just a few days ago, so she got about 3 days of knowledge.
Wait, but shoot, that's like that's like
hold on,
that's an
old
old
honeymooning too now.
That's old married couple these days. Standing 3 days, go girl.
Lisa's the executive administrator here.
Yeah, she got her PhD.
She don't like talking to Mike that much. She runs this well-oiled ship, but she don't like talking to Mike that much. But Lisa, tell us. Why your man don't talk? And if you do, tell us what we can do, what other women out there could do. Because Ware says her man, he wants to eat. You get that out the way, and then he might want to talk after that. Yeah. What's your
good meal?
What's your beef?
Put a brother in a neutral mood.
What's your beef? Yeah. Come on, now, hurry up, girl. This show ain't but 3 minutes.
I think most men don't talk potentially to avoid going into an argument of state. They want to, it is kind of hard to give a generalization to this, because I think that answer varies per household or per relationship.
Right.
Every woman delivers something different to her mate.
True.
And as for me and my household, there's never a time that my husband, even as my boyfriend, when we first started dating, when we became a little more serious, there's never been a time that he refrained from communicating with me. The one time that I can think of that I had to push him to speak, but I pushed with subtlety, was because he felt that the information that would be released according to what we were talking about, he felt that it would hurt my feelings. So he was quiet to be protective.
Yeah, that's good. That's something that we didn't bring out. I love that. He was quiet to protect you. 'Cause in the evening, you'd hit him with a shoe. Oh yeah. And that's good. That's good. I think it's important to know your man. You know, Scripture talks about knowing them that labor among you, okay, and also says treat your wife as according unto knowledge.
Yes.
Okay, so how I know where, this is how, Sharon, this is how, so I treat her according to how I know her.
Exactly.
You said it, you know, when he walk in that door, he got his mind on one thing. It's supper time.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, don't bother him with no mess. Feed my man now, and when he's happy, belly's full, he may talk about anything.
You need to go kill them kids.
Let's talk about
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. You know, now say what? There was a situation when I was married. Okay, that my wife did something very 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 special. And somebody said, "Well, y'all ain't still together." Well, that's another story. That's another story. Anyway. Yeah, that was one event. But I mentioned this on the show. She walked into my office and she says, "Let me speak to Elder Jones." She says, "I don't want to talk to Walter. I want to talk to Elder Jones," because she knew that was my food like Cedric. Okay, she says, "Let me talk to him because if I talk to him, he gonna tell me the truth." All right, she says, "So give me a time on the schedule where I can talk to him." And I'm sitting like, "Oh my God, she got me. What do I say?" You know, so I says, "Okay, you can come tomorrow about 2:00. Ella Jones will be here." Okay, so now all night long I'm thinking, what in the world can I possibly say to her? You know, what's she gonna ask me? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't sleep. He went through the
file cabinets of mess ups.
Oh man,
what have I done?
What have I done?
I did that before.
Did you?
I did that to my husband before.
See, I love you.
I said, "I want to talk to your greater self."
I love it. Love it. I love it.
She was coming in to get some answers.
Exactly. That was the time that
I want to know.
That's our secret. That's our secret woman weapon. Is like, okay, this is the time that if you have done the uttermost wrong, to tell the truth, and I'm going to forgive you. But if you lie, it's over.
It's over. I love it, and that's what she did. And so 2:00 came that next day. I said, I had. Guess what? She made me put my clergy collar on.
Ooh. So enough was getting the truth out of you.
Lie now, I dare you.
Yep, she did. I had to put my clergy collar on and the cross and everything.
So you weren't quiet.
Oh no, I couldn't be quiet. Yep, she says I want the whole picture. I want all of it. She said because I want you to act like I'm one of the sisters of the church who's coming to you for problems, for help.
That's like getting a man to put his hand on the Bible. Put your hand on this Bible. And tell me the truth.
Because she knew.
The wife know that wouldn't work with me.
Right. I said, all right, go get your belt, go get your hammer.
Yours may not be the word, but it's every man has something.
Yes.
Like, you swear on this hammer?
Yeah, every man has something, and that's true. And she began to ask me questions about her husband. Okay, and she said, "Now my husband won't do this. What can you help me with, Elder Jones?" And I said, "You know, your husband's wrong." I said it.
I suppose you are when you got that big
come on now.
On. You better.
I could not lie with that collar on.
But you know what's
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yes,
when we was talking about how we compartmentalize our feelings from what we think.
Yeah.
That is exactly how she came in to you.
Yeah.
To go ahead and get you in that state, in that frame of mind to where you have to step outside of yourself.
Yeah.
And look at the situation and go like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. And I think that's how Satan can rule over people's lives too.
Yeah.
Because he know what we desire.
Yeah.
I don't for instance, I don't do drugs. So he can't tease me with crack cocaine. Okay, he know I don't want it. But put a Coca-Cola bottle in front of me.
That's right. He got you.
He got me big time. Yeah. So he know
it's
what the temper's
red
with.
Can.
Oh yeah. He know what the temper's with.
When it's all hot outside and it just glistening with that
glistening
condensation.
Man. Say it again. Say it again.
That Coke is doing some mighty things.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. That's a mighty wonder drink. Yep. Oh yeah. And that's what he does to us. So we, I think it's clever. I think women should be cunning. What is it says? Thank you, Lisa. Should be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And somebody said, well, why serpent? Because the serpent is very wise.
Yes.
Okay. Very
and clever.
cunning and clever. Absolutely. And so we should be as clever as the serpent, but use it for the good, not the the bad. But here, this article here also says for husbands and wives about not talking, expressing his feelings. The fifth one says you don't know what to talk about with him, which is why he don't talk. So it says too many conversations are only about solving family problems. That's what they hear when Sharon, when you come to me. Mm-hmm. We got to talk. Automatically, I'm thinking, family problems. I just came from work. And I fought the boss's issue.
And you got to get into fix it mode.
Right now, it doesn't make me right because I think that way, but that's just what we're thinking. So it says though there needs to be time for that, there's also needs to be time to talk about more interesting and fun things.
And intimate things.
Yes. Mm-hmm. To help you initiate a more inviting conversation with your husband, consider the following suggestions from a popular marriage site. It says
intimate.
It says what to talk about, Alvin. Number one, your spouse's hobbies or his interests.
Yeah.
Food is one. Music is one.
Not just food, sound.
Yeah, I get ready to say.
Ooh,
music.
I go up to that board and start talking about that board.
Come on, listen.
That falls under fun.
Done deal.
Get everything. Talk about some drums.
That
baby, back in the day, you played those drums.
That falls under fun.
That falls under fun.
I've been to your house, okay, Sharon, and I've seen that board, and I've seen other stuff, and that boy, okay, we could be talking about politics, the Ferguson, but when I mention sound, bam, I got him. He ain't talking about nothing else. He didn't want to hear.
Him.
You got yes. He don't want to talk about nothing else.
No.
And you can see on his face the desire, the love that he has for sound. Okay, and that's good. Number two, plans for a future trip together.
Yeah.
Okay, we men don't want to talk about it. We want to go.
Not all. I mean, not all men are like that though. My son likes to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, your hubby different. He crazy.
Your husband is an artist.
Yeah. He's different.
Artists have a different mindset than the regular men population.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We different.
Your husband's a stuffed animal.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
He's a setty bag.
He's a setty bag.
Yes, he is.
What's that Pillsbury dope? You punch him in the belly?
Yes, he is.
Number three.
He ain't no punk. But
no, he ain't no punk. That's for true. That is true.
He's just a Pooh Bear.
Right. Because when I hired him and I gave him a check, he said, "Brother, let's step in your office." He said, "Doc, I don't expect no check. Now go down into that bank and give me my money." Dude, that's what he said. Now go down, there's a Chase Bank right down the street. Give me my money. He did.
Really?
And I went to Sharon. I had to go to his wife. I said, "Sharon, please help me." She said, "Don't worry. I got you, Walter. I'll take care of it."
He's like, "Baby, you know this over here moves like this."
City, you on the air. City, you on the air.
Dude.
City, you on the air.
It happened just like that. Yes,
Yep.
it did.
Ain't that right,
Yes,
Sharon?
yes.
City.
Yes.
It happened
He was not
just
accepting
like
it.
that.
I wish I had been there. I'd have been your advocate. I'd have made him think about the beggar and the debtor. Wow.
He wasn't playing, so she right. He ain't no. He don't play when it comes to that money.
Look at him.
He had Sharon to take care of. He had his wife take. The other one is movies or television shows. Okay.
Yeah.
The other one is things you would like to experience or places you would like to visit.
Oh, also, let's not forget athletics.
Yeah.
Games, sports.
You know, all
That's
those
true.
kind of like tied together places you like to go, things you like to do,
Yes.
and
City like
athletics,
sports.
and all that kind of like, you know.
He likes sports, so I get into it with him. I watch the game with him.
And the subject of intimacy, all that can just tie in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Share a few things that made you happy during the day or that you are thankful for that day. There's some special things that you might have done. For instance, again, I keep going back to my time when I was married. I asked my wife at the time, we had been married for two years at the time. She says, I asked her, what's the most special thing that you and I have done together? I mean, what's something that you can remember? And I'm thinking about all the money that I spent on her to do yada, yada, yada. You know what she said? Sitting here on this couch watching television was the most special moment I've ever had with you. That's what she said.
Well, that means that you wasn't doing it often.
I wasn't doing it. Okay, exactly. Yeah.
Because he was making the money to do the other big stuff.
Yep,
But
that's right.
You know, you have to give some time.
That is
Gotta give a
so
little
true.
time.
Yes.
Give some time.
Yes.
Now I'm all for going out there. And
Yeah,
making
y'all
money, 'cause
want it all.
I'm gonna push
Yeah.
you. Come
Right.
on,
Y'all
baby.
want it all.
I got you. We're gonna work this.
We're gonna work it out.
Together.
Oh yeah. The most precious moments with women is that she'll say is when you took a blanket and went out in the backyard and made a tent, okay, and that was the most special time But we thinking. No, I took you to Europe, and we spent $5,000 on yada yada. And no, baby, that's all. That could be replaced. I can't replace that time with you in the backyard under the cherry blossom tree.
Cherry
you know,
blossom tree, yeah. Under the cherry moon.
Under the cherry moon. Yeah. Even Prince know that, and he questionable.
Well, you know, he always mooning cherry.
Well, back then he did, you know.
Listen,
put that big old moon.
Y'all got issues. I don't know. You got controversial corner?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, good. He always got one. Listen, we're gonna do controversial corner, and then we're gonna go and tell you why. We're gonna give you the solutions to what to do for a man to open up. Okay. To open up his mouth, Alvin C. Carter. Okay.
And speak.
And speak. Thank you. With his mouth. And I can't go any further.
About Art's solution.
Yeah, our solution.
That's why I laughed.
Yeah, I see. Well, I'm going to salute by going on break, okay? All right, y'all, this is You Being Praised, the Sir Walter Jones Show.
Log on to urbanbroadcastmedia.com and check the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries. Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
Holy Spirit, give me the words that will bring new life. Words on the wings of the morning, the dark night will fade away. If you speak to my heart now, speak to my heart. Holy Spirit, message of love to encourage me, lifting my heart from despair. Love me and care for me. Speak to my heart now, oh Lord. Speak to my heart, Holy Spirit. Give me the words now, the words that will bring life. Oh my. On the wings of the morning, my dark nights will fade. Speak to my heart. Speak to my heart. Speak to me, Holy Spirit. Message of love. Message of love to encourage me. Take my heart from despair. How you love me, care for me. Speak to my heart. Oh my. Speak to my heart. That's what I want you to do. Speak to my heart. 'Cause I'm waiting to hear from you. Speak to my heart. Hey, that's what I want you to do. Speak to my heart. Speak to my heart, Lord. Oh, give me your holy word. If I can hear from you, then I'll know what to do. I won't go on. Never go on my own. Just let your spirit guide and let your word abide.
Speak to my heart, Lord.
Oh my God.
Give me your holy,
give me your holy word.
If I can hear from you,
if I can hear,
then I'll know what to do.
I won't go on.
So
Ladies, what do you want to know? How bad do you want to know it? What are you willing to do to find out? Tune in to the Men's Chronicles right here at the Sir Walter Jones Show at UBM Praise.
Monday.
At this time, I have the honor to present to you the moral leader of our nation, a great dedicated man, a philosopher of a non-violent system of behavior.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Politics, doctrine, current events. Let's meet at the Controversy Corner on the Sir Walter Jones Show here on UBM Praise.
This is Keep It Real Carter here at the intersection of controversy and communication. How come we don't talk? We talk a lot. You just don't listen. There's never been a question asked that you don't get an answer to. An answer is talking. Babe, do you like this? Yes. How about this instead? I just told you I like that. Why are you asking me another question? What would you like to eat? Whatever you cook is fine. Okay, help me out here. Do you want this or that? Whichever you make the best. That's talking. Am I right? Am I right, baby? You're right, baby. Uh-huh. Talk to me now. All right. Or how about this?
Am I?
Thank you, sir. How about this?
Great.
How do I look in that? Or which one looks best to you? I like the blue one. You sure you don't like the green one? I just answered your question. Now let's go a little deeper. When the questions come in and you already know the answer you want to hear, and we don't give it to you in the first ask or the first request, we quit talking because we know it's not a simple answer. Who was that you was talking to? Joanne? Joanne who? Joanne Anderson. Where you know her from? Okay, I was Joanne Anderson from off the block when we grew up together when there was no buildings here, just tent huts. So why was you talking to her? First time seeing her in 20 years. So why all of a sudden she happened to run into you at this intersection? I don't know. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, we shut down at that point. Y'all start talking and it turns into the Charlie Brown teacher voice. Wah, 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 wah. We've answered every question honestly, but y'all say we don't talk. Next degree of questioning. Oh, yeah, because y'all got a bunch of them. Next degree of questioning. Because it's usually questions that we don't talk about, not conversation.
True.
Next degree of questioning. I want to do this, that, and this. How are we going to do it? Really? I just got home from work. Let me explain to you. How much does it cost? Well, I don't know yet, but I think, okay, are we going to do this 50-50? Wait a minute, I didn't ask you about no 50-50. I say I want to do this. See, there's a whole nother conversation. All right, tell me how much it costs and we can do it. When? When you tell me. Just tell me how much it costs. You cutting me off? No, I'm not cutting you off. I'm saving time.
Cut to the chase.
Thank you. Here is the ultimate truth of why men don't talk. Because y'all don't listen. And the only thing y'all hear or remember, and that's the other part, y'all don't remember what we say. Babe, wait,
say it
baby.
again. I don't think they heard you.
Y'all don't remember what we say. Babe, I told you we're going to do this, that. Okay, baby. The day of the event. You didn't oh, yes, I did. You didn't tell me this. You don't remember me telling you? I even text you. I don't like texting. I misinterpret texting. I wrote on the refrigerator.
Texting in tongues.
I thought the kids wrote that. You know you don't write neat. So you don't listen or remember nothing. See, the women quiet because I'm telling the truth. Here's the ultimate truth why we don't talk. Because the only thing y'all remember us saying is when we're lying.
Controversial corner here. The best one yet. On the Sir Walter Jones Show every night, 4 o'clock Central, 6 p.m.
Y'all don't hear nobody laughing but the men. The women sitting there going, he telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Can't believe you said all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On this show, we say it all.
I'm keeping real, Carter. I ain't got nothing to hide.
All I want to say is it's Jake from State Farm.
At 3 a.m. Yes, it's Jake from State Farm.
She sounds hideous.
He sounds hideous.
Well, he's a man, so.
He's a man, so. And he was trying to make the life better.
Yes, he was. He was trying to save them on some
insurance. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
Khakis.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Who are you talking
Talk
to?
about a double entendre.
Oh, my God. And he like, oh yeah, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
You do that for me.
You do that for me?
Oh yeah. All right, who you talking to? It's Wilma from
Flintstones.
from Home Depot.
You know, I always like Betty.
Now here are some.
Yeah,
questions.
Betty had a better body.
Yeah, Betty, she did. So here is questions women often ask men. They should not ask men. If you want a man to open up, don't ask him these questions. Number 1, does this blank make my butt look fat? Okay.
Oh, please don't ask that question if you don't want the truth.
Oh,
because you
my God.
will get the yes.
That's when we lie.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
some do.
No, not everybody.
A wise
Not
man
all
will
wise.
either not answer or say the politically
Well,
correct
Always,
answer.
you
because they will
always
tell the
keep
truth.
a
Someone tell the
Twix
truth.
handy.
Yeah, keep a Twix. It's a Twix. Left Twix or right Twix?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Just put it in your mouth.
That's right.
Okay.
He's back.
Oh, how we missed D. Number 2, if I died right now, which of my friends would you want to hook up with?
All of them.
Hold on.
All my wife's friends are over 70. None of
Woman
them.
on this earth would ask such a question.
I
I've
can
seen
give you
it.
a list. I
Yes.
can give you a list.
I can give you a
my
list.
God.
Yeah, see, you living under rocks, Sharon, because that's what they ask.
I'm
Yeah,
living
that's to say
I'm
it is
living
a rock.
Yeah.
Reality. Don't ask that question.
Yeah, you should never ask that question because he gonna lie to you first of all because your best friend
He gonna tell you about the
Shronisa,
ugliest one.
yes he will.
That's the one.
Yes he will.
Now you know he lying.
Because you know
I
he
know
lying.
He ain't gonna go for the ugliest
No,
one.
he's not gonna do that. Number 3,
Unless the ugly one will do the best ugly.
yeah.
Ooh, nothing like that bump. Anyway,
Here's number 3. We mentioned this one. Do you notice anything different? We mentioned that earlier.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate that question.
Number 4. How old do I look?
Hold on. What's wrong with asking that question? Do you know
Because you colored your hair brown. All right,
And it was auburn already.
It was already auburn brown. Okay, now you want us to notice that you slightly
No,
colored
the
it
part
brown.
was on the right and you
No,
put it on the left.
Hold on. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you why that question is being asked. It's being asked to find out if you're paying attention to her.
Well, we know that.
Well,
We
pay
know
attention.
we
But we
noticed the new
can't-
we
we
noticed the new
can't-
clothes.
Because we paid for them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
There
sorry.
you go. Yeah. That's the problem because
We're not looking at your head. We're looking at your butt.
We're looking at well,
Our focus is
yeah, it's beneath the neck.
eyeliner.
But
No,
you,
hold
but
on,
you
no,
know
I'm
what?
finna tell you some
have
truths.
to be sensitive
See,
to
y'all don't wanna
that. You
listen.
have to be sensitive to
Yes.
what that woman. If you know your woman, you know she's probably going to ask you that.
Yeah.
I would advise you to pay attention.
Yeah, but we don't know when you're going to ask it because I'm colorblind.
matter,
We need a
Pat.
Yeah,
schedule.
okay.
We
It's
are
green.
regimented.
Yeah.
I don't don't know the difference between auburn and red and then chestnut brown. They all
Well, you know what? Men do
red
that
with
too.
rose.
Men do that too.
What
do we do?
Because if I come in and Seti has done something with his head, he'll ask, "What do you think about my hair?" "Oh, it looks wonderful." Even if he didn't even cut it, I'll say it looks wonderful. You know, they ask that question too.
you know
so
what?
it's not
No,
all
no.
women.
But
Men
see,
do
we
it
ask,
too.
we ask general questions. See, y'all ask for something that has to be
Yeah, that
specific.
is true.
Minutely specific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
not all of us,
Yes,
and some
yeah.
men do. They ask specific too. Now.
We don't have much.
Oh.
We don't have much. Y'all were talking about something. You know, there was a pimple right there on the back, on the left side of my back. You didn't know that pimple gone? Who popped it?
I thought that was a mole.
I thought that was a beauty mark.
Number 5. Do you want to come shopping with me?
Oh no. I don't want him to come shopping with me. So
I like shopping. Anyway, number 6.
Yeah, it's my wife. One is not big on shopping.
Number 6. Should I change my hair color? Of course, that's what we just mentioned that. Number 7. How do you know her?
We talked about that.
In the biblical sense, or
you know,
I get that a lot.
But you asking questions that a man asks as well.
Okay, this is about women right now.
That's right. This is Blue Day.
This
is not about the pink.
This is about women.
Yeah,
what
about women.
Men ask that?
Yeah,
it's men that ask that question.
So a man asks you, "How do you know her?"
How do you know?
Oh, you know,
him?
in this days and age, you
How
know,
do you
I better
know
be
him?
careful.
Hey, I asked the lady
And
once.
that's true,
That
we
was
do
about
ask that.
Who
that was
is
interesting
that?
going out.
Why is he looking at you like that? And
That's
why is he
true.
looking at me like that? I don't know. I don't even know him.
You know
Yes,
what?
I'm different, 'cause I would ask that
that
question.
level of insecurity is like annoying as all get
Oh,
out.
please. I've had that level of insecurity. Trust me.
No, but I've had that level of insecurity also.
Okay, wait. Now, I'm finna support his theory. We got some data to analyze.
Okay.
3 artistic men here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever asked any of your women that question about another man looking at your woman?
Don't lie.
No, I've never.
I
asked
wish you
her.
had a clergy call on.
No. It don't matter. No. I'm finna show you something.
I've never. No, because I actually, when a man look at my woman, I'm like,
I get proud.
I love
There
it.
you go.
My chest sticks out.
You should do.
No.
That's what you should
My
do.
chest sticks
That's
out.
true.
Yeah.
A
Stick it all
confident,
the way out.
artistic man wants another man
He
to
does.
admire
Yeah.
who's
His
on his
woman.
side.
'Cause
It
if-
improves his image.
Because if he ain't looking, she ugly.
So you all of you all are saying you've never had one insecurity moment, not one.
We won't voice it. This is the point here.
See,
We won't
but
voice it.
in that arena,
That's not how we do it.
Because
Yeah,
I
we don't
had an instance where I went with the second wife to her job's function. I had on my nice little tux, and actually I made the
It was
collar.
a T-shirt
and
that
figured-
looked like a tux.
No, I had on the tux. No, I had on the show enough tux, and so there was a young lady met there through the whole association, and then we struck up a conversation, and then okay, fine, walked past a couple of like, yeah, you know, hi, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be, and then one later that night, about 3:00 in the morning, who is so? Oh, it was blah blah blah. And I'm really terrible with names anyway, so it's like, and then after about like answering the same question but from a different angle for the third time, I woke up. And then I finally like looked at her and said, I don't know, I met at your job function just like you did. You tell me who she is.
But you gave her a name at first, though.
Yeah, I gave her a name because she introduced herself. I said, but I'm like, so.
Oh, you remembered her name? Oh,
Yeah, right. But
See, oh my
yeah, here we go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, actually, that was the whole thing. But you're like, well, why was she so friendly with you? Because I look good.
Yeah. Here's my problem. Here's what happens to me. It used to happen to me a lot in my marriages and in the women that I might have been dating. I walk in, whether it's a church or a party or a house, okay, full of women. And I would have talked to at least 5, 6 women. Okay, my woman somewhere else talking to other people. I'm going to talk to 5, 6 women in that room. Okay, but when I talk to the one who was the prettiest in the room, or she's known to be the questionable, the one who's slept around everybody, okay? When we get in the car,
roundaway girl.
When we get in the car, it never fails. Who was that woman you were talking to? And then I'll say, I was talking to 6, 7 people in the room. Who did you spot? Well, it was one that you were talking to. I said, because I was talking to her more than 2 minutes, and the rest of them I talked to her only 1 minute. What's that? Yeah, that one right there. I said, but why is it that I have to level off everybody in the room? It's because women.
Because she was questionable. She was a questionable woman.
No.
But then go question her and not me.
No.
That's not it.
No.
Please don't do that.
No.
Are you crazy?
What you should have done? What?
Is you crazy?
Go question her instead of me.
No. Art, get out.
No.
What you saying?
What
that's another discussion.
you should have done in that scenario was not have that conversation or that long conversation with that person.
How you gonna do that?
You just said you knew that she was questionable.
He didn't know.
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
She knew.
She knows.
And trust
She
me,
did.
she did.
know.
Y'all
Right.
do y'all
Oh, that's
investigation right
different.
after.
That's
Yeah,
different.
right after y'all
But
do
see,
that.
but see,
blah, 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 blah.
I'm not insecure, but if I was insecure, if I had that type of, it's not good. But if I was like that, I would let it be known before we walked in the door. Now look, that questionable gonna be here, and I don't want you saying nothing to that questionable.
Lord, you know what? You know that old Facebook
that
they have on thing where
we even get in here.
Where the mama take the kid into the store.
That's it.
Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Right. And you said
right.
I don't know that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, all right. Now let me sum this up so we can do our hymn of the day.
Put your blinders on.
Let me do this right here. Added bonus ones here. This is of course. Do you? What was your ex like? Okay, that's another one. What was your ex like? Or your ex did something good? Okay, especially if it's sexual. Then you says my ex used to do that. Can you do that?
Oh,
that's an idiot.
That's an idiot. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. A woman asking this?
No,
Yep.
These are the things that you're saying that a woman should not ask a man.
What
woman?
Well, first of all, a woman should not.
Would ask a
okay,
question
now,
like that.
yeah,
They are out there, number one. Or a woman may compare something that her friend's husband does and says, Betty Jean's
That's a
husband.
no too.
Betty Jean's husband is doing this for her.
Yeah.
How come you don't do that for me?
Because
I'm not Betty Jean's husband. That's what I would say.
Because you're not Betty Jean, baby.
Yeah. You're not Betty Jean, baby.
Okay, now that's an idiot response there too.
No.
Yes, it is.
The best answer is
I know what Betty Jean do for Billy. And if you knew what,
knowledge aside, that is still an idiot response.
No.
Like, I'm not Betty Jean's husband. If I was Betty Jean's husband, I would do as Betty Jean's husband do. Because you would be BettyAn. But
Betty Jean is
see,
not
now
my lover.
You managed to say it
a
without saying
T-Bait pearly white for no reason.
Yeah.
That was a good point. If Betty Jean is doing all of that, you need to do what Betty Jean doing.
Thank you.
D, get Black Brother by what's the name? What's the name?
Angie Stone?
Yeah, bring that up. Here's one. That's right. That's Cedric.
Oh, no. Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, when he comes in and get that plate of food.
Oh, man.
That's Cedric.
Right.
Actually, that sounds more like
And she serve it with that leopard skin on.
Actually,
right.
That's more like that would be more like Babyface then, wouldn't it? Whatever you want.
She's my
It's all
object
right
of
with me.
desire. Okay, right here. Right here. Will you call me when you get there and text me when you're leaving and call me before you go to sleep?
Wow.
Y'all do that.
Jeez, no,
Yes.
not me. No,
y'all do that.
No, I don't have,
okay,
I don't have to do that. Trust my setting.
Okay, all right. Here are dumb questions men ask. All right, I'm gonna give you this opportunity. All right. Okay. Not to talk though. Shut up. Because
Wow, really?
Dumb questions men
Setty
ask.
don't even say that to me.
He don't. That's what's problem.
see
is.
the size of her hands?
That's why. So your man to be
gonna
so
be
much
getting
Size of
size.
her hands. I've seen her throw some hands, man. She
You
quick.
gonna be getting a visit tonight.
I sure will.
And she's strong,
That's
too.
why I'm turning.
Yes, you seen that profile picture of me?
I have. Dumb questions. Number one. How many?
I'm fit to go look now.
Okay. How many men have you been with?
Yeah, that's a dumb question.
Dumb question. Now these are men questions.
Because
Okay.
when he get the answer, he ain't gonna like it.
That's
Number
a
two.
really dumb question.
Do you
No,
want?
I'm because.
Yeah,
Well, you told me not to
moving
cut
right
you off.
on.
Go ahead.
Whose memory that good?
Yeah. Number two. Do you want to come back to my place?
Dumb question.
That's a dumb question. Don't do that. Number three.
Just take it. As kidnapper.
You should meet my family.
Yeah.
Okay. Because women take meeting family very important.
Oh, very serious.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not if you're
yet.
not serious.
Not if you're not serious. Number four. Are you putting on weight?
Oh,
I'm putting on clothes. They heavy.
Jesus! Don't ask that question.
Yeah.
That was a Twix moment.
Number five.
That really was.
I don't like your friends. You
That
close
go
to your
both
friends.
ways. That go both ways.
Yeah, it does. Number six. My ex-girlfriend or my wife used to do that same thing.
Oh, depend on what it is.
Or it could be anything.
Generally, when
don't
that comes
compare
up,
me.
no, when that comes up, it's usually a case of this sets me off and this is why. So and so used to do that.
But you know what? I would want to hear that if an ex did something that my city did not like, I want to hear about it, so I won't do.
That's
that.
good. I love that.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
see, now that's
Don't do
in the right frame of mind of the should thing. Like these are the things that set me off. These are why it sets me off, because I have
got
to deal with it so much.
Yeah.
It sets me off even faster.
Yeah.
Just a warning.
Yeah. So to sum it up, what the things what to do when men won't open up his mouth and talk. Number one, identify his triggers. You talked about the triggers. What said he likes. Okay, identify what those are and work on it. Number two, separate stimulus from response.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
stimulus
that's profound.
and response. Separate.
different
Find out what
dynamics.
it is. Remember, we talked about the how to respond and how to react. Okay, there's difference between the two, and know how to operate on both of them. And number three, use non-situational honesty.
Yeah.
Don't make it situational.
difficult.
Yeah, that's difficult, but you know your man by now.
Yeah.
You know, so act like you know him.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
The reason women use that is because that's the only way you can back them in the corner to prove your point.
Yeah, that's true.
Give me an example. When?
Yeah, when.
We not do that.
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
She laughing because I'm speaking
Yeah,
truth.
exactly. Okay, well, we got the hymn today.
Yeah.
You better pass that mic over there so you can, because don't let Art sing, please, whatever you do.
Old hymn. We talking about why men don't talk. There's one man that will. His name is Jesus.
All right.
I once was lost in sin, and Jesus took me in.
Yes, sir.
He filled my life around. Oh, I forgot this. And cleansed my soul.
Natalie, where's Natalie?
Filled my heart with love. Then he wrote my name above.
Well,
have a little talk with Jesus. Makes it right. Now let us have a little talk with Jesus. And we'll tell him all about our troubles. Then he'll hear our faintest cry. He'll answer by and by. Oh, feel the prayer will burn, turning. Know the fire's burning.
Fire burning.
Just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. So leave us alone and talk to Jesus.
Talk with him, y'all. Talk with him. Talk with Jesus.
I'm going to pray for you.
Not Jesus, the guy upstairs, but Jesus, the Son of the living God.
Yes.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Eve Ware. That's your sister-in-law, ain't that right?
Yes.
She was talking about something here. Well, here, find it. Where is
she
it? Where is
went
it? Where
in.
is
She's
it?
telling
She
the
said, my
truth.
husband will talk about anything as long as I feed him.
yes.
Then she says, freak him.
Yes.
And forget about it.
That's right.
And forget about
She said it, I didn't.
She did. But that's her husband.
The 3 F's, y'all.
That's
She said,
right.
No certain order as long as all three happen within the same time span. Strange, but it works.
You go, sis.
Go
She's a
on,
wise
Eve.
woman.
That girl.
Yeah,
that
there she
All
is.
the way true.
She gonna be happy
She-
long.
yeah,
She gonna be mad a long time.
Yeah, she is.
Long time.
Yeah. You get that black woman, black man, black brother. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs from her. Y'all go ahead and go to the video on YouTube, and it shows all of the brothers out there. You know who she loves. You know, even the ones on the corner brothers, even the one in the penitentiary brothers.
Oh yeah.
You know, she says she loves them, and I love the fact that there's women out there who love the brothers in spite of our problems and worries and woes and ignoramuses and all these things. We treat y'all so bad. We do, but I tell you, the ones who love God know how to treat a man in a way that makes him feel like he is a man again, and he wants to do right.
Can't nothing break a man like his woman.
And nobody.
Can't nothing build him up like
His woman. Yes.
True.
Yes. And even the ones who cheated on this woman over and over again, when she finally gets him to know that, you know what, I forgive you, I love you, but you can be different, you can change. And I'm going to show you how. He coming back to her, and he ain't never going back out there.
Oh, God, once you do it
Yeah,
right.
if you do it right. He ain't never going back out. It's like, what's her name? What's that Eddie Murphy movie? She put it on him, and he said, put your mom on the phone. Put your
mom on the phone. Oh, yeah, Harlem Nights.
Put your mom on the phone.
Hello, Gladys.
Hello?
I ain't never coming home.
I ain't never coming home.
I ain't never coming home.
Yeah. So, do it. Be good to your man, and he'll be good to you. I think Andre Krause had a song, "Baby, I'll Be Good to You." He sure did. "Baby, I'll be good to you," and he really was talking about a crying baby. He wasn't talking about, but we didn't know we were young.
I'll be good for you.
Yeah, baby,
I'll be good for you, baby.
Good. If you're driving in your car,
I'll be good for you, baby.
if you wanna, yeah.
I was thinking Sly and Family Stone.
I was thinking Brother Johnson.
Brothers Johnson.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Be good to you.
That's it.
Good to you.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
to you.
Tomorrow, Pink Perspectives. We've got our special guests all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, Miss Carol and Miss Carol Younger. Vinny will be on the show. We've got also another young lady who'll be coming in the first half hour, or she'll be calling in. Alvin will be here. We'll be here. Deanna will be here. We're talking about why women over, black women especially, over why they're obese. We're not going to fight. We're going to talk about things that will help you, young ladies.
Make sure that I'm going to have plenty of chocolate.
We're going to have chocolate and some
plenty of donuts.
Yes.
Every time somebody get red, I'm going to stick it in the mouth.
We're gonna have some water here waiting on them. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. We're going to Spreaker. Spreaker.com tonight. The show will be up and we can rewind it and share with all your people. Hit the follow button, okay? I love you guys. This is
The Sir Walter Jones Show.
He is my king, he is my one. Yes, he's my father, yes, he's my son. I can talk to him, cause he understands everything I go through and everything I am. He's my support system, I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread.
You've been listening to the Sir Walter Jones Radio Show, where he provides you with a biblical perspective for your everyday life. Stay connected to Sir Walter Jones by visiting him online at www.sirwalterjones.com or on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Sir Walter Jones Show. Stay tuned until next time with the Sir Walter Jones Show with Sir Walter Jones.